things going on. I want to quote one of the early church scholar that refuted these people. The Cleridians were within the 4th century, and the early church scholar Saint Epiphanius refutes them and says that worship is due only to the Holy Trinity. And not only that, there was women that were also serving in liturgical worship as leaders, as priests, which this was never given for women to teach or to serve within that way of worship. Women were never ever priests. In the Old Testament, we don't see this anywhere. In the New Testament, we don't see priesthood given for women within the church. So when we look into this, number one, the biggest issue that they had was believing that Blessed Virgin Mary was what? A goddess. Number two, they also had women as priests. Number three, they had liturgical bread that they would do prayer over, that the women would do it, prayer on this as priests. And then they would offer this bread as a sacrifice to Virgin Mary. And our church scholar within that time refutes them. It's a big book. We can look at this book within this weekend. I will go live. We will discuss about Epiphanius, how he refutes them, and how he goes back and forth telling them that they're wrong. So all of the scholars of the Orthodox Church, all of the early fathers within the Ethiopian Orthodox Father Church, and all of the fathers within the Oriental Council have never accepted worship to Mary. The church never believes in that. The church believes that Virgin Mary is Theotokos, the mother and barrier of God, which is a Greek word. The church does not believe that Blessed Virgin Mary is above God in any way, any shape or form. She is above creation, below God, below her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, which is her Son, and above all creation, because she birthed the Creator that created all flesh, that created all spirits, which are the angels, and that created the heavens and the earths. So we are to understand and be able to interpret and look at how the early fathers believed on her. So if we look at how the early fathers' perspective was on Blessed Virgin Mary, we can look at and understand the stands of the Orthodox Church, because the Orthodox Church never teaches us to worship Mary, and this is the teaching that she condemned. And this is one of the things that was happening within the 4th century, within one of the places within Arabia. So within this teaching being very much growing with a lot of group of people, Epiphanius goes out of his way to refute them and correct them. So we will look at the book slowly by slowly and look at what he says in his book according to these people.